What is up, guys? Kamusta? This is our last session, so I'm quite actually I'm sad at the same time I'm happy. Happy kasi tapos na tayo, no? This is our last session, but at the same time it's quite parang mamimiss mo yung ganito, parang everyday na recording, no? So for those na first timer, ayan, this video recording is for my business tax 42 class. So yeah, ginawa nating online and YouTube Premiere Live kasi may mga students tayo na hindi nakakasabay sa Zoom class natin. Pero this is great help din sa mga students natin, no? Na pre-recorded siya at the same time nila-live natin. So doon tayo nag-uusap sa live chat natin. So this is our last topic that we will tackle. Technically lang to lahat, puro theory, no? Introduction to donation and donor's tax. Tapos ibibigay ko lang lahat ng exercises sa inyo lahat, no? Through dun sa messenger chat natin, naka PDF file siya. So guys, hopefully you can join with me and let us finish strong, okay? Kaya natin to, guys. So I know you are kumbaga quite excited to get your grades or siguro to take up yung finals nyo. But yeah, we will try to impart to you, to inspire you, no? At the same time to motivate you that you can do better, okay? So we are preparing you also sa CPA board exam. So technically puro lang yan, mga basic principles, okay? So hopefully yung mga basic theory, no, nabigay namin in terms of taxation. Ayan, so yeah guys, just lean in. I know, well, to be honest, I'm sad, na ito na yung last. But hopefully, yeah, yung request ko lang before we end our session tonight, you can comment below what do you want na maybe produce ko once a week or every other week that I could serve you better. Kaya tapos na yung class, ano ba yung mga topics na gusto nyong pag-usapan natin. Okay, thank you so much for your time. And yeah, let's keep on growing, keep on establishing one another, okay? Regardless of your religious affiliation, ayan, we still, kumbaga, we're still called to love each other, okay? So let's jump in and let's start our discussion tonight. Okay, guys? Okay. Modules, combination siya ng module 18 and 19. So ito yung part niya ng introduction to donation and the donor's tax. Okay? So ano daw yung donor's tax na yan? So siguro na nakarinig rin kayo ng term na donation, usually sa mga election, ayan, madaming nagdo-donate. Especially din ngayon, actually, yung COVID, diba? COVID-19. Maraming nagdo-donate sa city natin. So, saludo tayo dyan. City of Iloilo. Ayan. Maraming salamat sa mga nagdo-donate, So, kasama dito, actually, kaya tinatawag siya gift tax. So, kasi regalo siya. Wala siyang kapalit, So, gift tax, impose on gratuitous transfer. Kung may mga tina-transfer tayo ng real or personal property, tangible or intangible property. So, kumbaga gratuitous, there's a transfer. Ayan. Impose whether the transfer is in trust or otherwise. So, gift tax siya. So, may tax pala yun, yung mga dinodonate natin. Usually, yung usapan doon, pag nag-donate, minsan yung tumanggap, siya yung nagbabayad ng tax. Minsan naman yung donor, depende sa agreement nila. Okay, pag-uusapan natin yan. Ano yung purpose niya, requisites, ano yung theory behind this taxation, ano purpose niya. Okay, to prevent avoidance of estate tax. Diba naalala nyo, sa estate tax, yan yung pag may namatay, okay? Tapos, yung iba kasi, ina-avoid nila yung estate tax na yan. parang tina-transfer to through deed of donation. So kumbaga nag-execute sila ng para maka-avoid sa estate tax. Sabihin, ay, dinonate na yan doon, so iba na yung owner. So parang nag-avoid sila sa doon sa tax natin. So ito yung way ng BIR na pati yung donation tina-tax na din. Okay? So before siguro wala pa yung donation tax or gift tax. So ngayon, naglagay na din sila. Okay, umiwas ka sa estate tax, di tatax kita ng donation tax, di ba? Okay, to compensate for the loss or decrease of income taxes when large estates are split. Ayan. Marami kasing mga estates, okay, yung mga properties, ini-split siya. Kumbaga, 100 million yung estate, okay, yung value, tapos multiply mo ng estate tax, di ba? Ngayon, may mga company or may mga tao na madiskarte. So, gagawan nila ng notarized statement na itong property na to, worth na lang yan, 5 million or sobrang baba, okay? Tapos yung difference nun, lalagay nila, ay dinonate na yan doon sa COVID-19, dinonate na yan doon sa mga charitable institution. Ayan. So, ito yung way ng government natin para ma-trace back saan napunta yung mga estates, or kung hindi mahabol doon tayo pupunta sa donation. Okay? Ano yung requirement dyan? Okay? Ayan. Transfer is gratuitous or without consideration. Or consideration meaning wala siyang natanggap, okay? Nakapalit doon sa donation. The transfer is made out of pure generosity of the donor. So yan pala yung requisite niya. Number 1, transfer is gratuitous or without consideration. Pag hindi yan na-met, hindi yan donation. Okay? Either binenta siya, so may kapalit siya na value, di ba? Okay. Both the donor and donee are living. Ayan. Pag buhay silang dalawa, okay, inter vivos. Okay? Yan tax. Yan yung tinatax dyan, no? Both donor and donee are living at the time of transfer. What if patay yung isa? Di estate tax. Okay? Donation mortis causa. Ito naman, donation inter vivos. Okay? There must be a completed gift. So, dapat may na-complete talaga na gift. Or else, wala kang gift tax. Okay? Kasi nga yung gift or yung binigay. Okay? Yung tinatax dyan, yung item mismo. Okay? Yung example, yung dinonate na item. Okay? Yan yung requisites niya. Okay. Pag-usapan natin ngayon, under contract of donation. Okay? Kailan na perfect or kailan mag-i-effect, take effect yung tax na yun, okay? Or yung donation, who can be donors, who can be donee. Ayan. So, tatlo under the contract of donation. When perfected, at the moment the donor knows of the acceptance, ayan, highlight ko yung acceptance of the gift by the donee. Okay? Dapat, kumbaga, sabi ng law, dapat may mutual understanding silang dalawa, yung donor and donee, na alam ng donor na merong acceptance na ng gift si donee. Hindi pwedeng sabihin ng donor, binigay ko na yun kay sa anak ko, or binigay ko din sa friend ko worth 10 million. Tapos hindi pala tinanggap ng donee, okay, nang binigyan mo. Kasi siguro may mga reason siya na baka bribe lang yan, okay? Or baka, may hinihingi kasi yan sa akin, so kaya nagdo-donate. So ayaw kong tanggapin. So dapat merong acceptance of the gift, or merong parang mutual understanding silang dalawa, okay? Well, hindi rin naka-state dito, no, kung dapat may written contract or may as long as alam ng donor na merong acceptance yung gift. Okay? Sino daw yung pwede maging donor? Okay? All persons. Ayan. Lahat daw ng tao who make contract and dispose of their property may make a donation. So, all persons. Okay? Who can be donees? Sino pwedeng tumanggap? Okay. All those who are not especially disqualified by law may accept donation. So, kumbaga mayroon palang especially disqualified by law. Ayan. So, pag-aaralan natin yan mamaya, no? Sino yung mga especially disqualified by law? Okay? Lahat ng donors, all persons na pwede. Pero yung donee, depende. Okay? Hindi lahat. Minors, ayan. Minors and others who cannot enter in to a contract, ayan, may become donees. Pwede silang maging donees, but acceptance shall be done through their parents, ayan, or legal representative. So, yung mga minors daw, or yung mga those who cannot enter into contract may become donees. Pero yung acceptance, okay, kasi requisites yan, no, sa donation, dapat merong acceptance, okay? Kung yung minor lang nag-transact doon sa donor, so wala pa doon yung acceptance kasi dapat nandyan yung parents or legal representatives. So, kumbaga, in general term, hindi lahat, no? Pwede lahat except sa mga disqualified by law. And yung minors pwedeng tumanggap, pero yung acceptance shall be done. Kasi parang sa mata ng law natin, hindi pa sila on a legal age, no, to enter into agreement, ayan, or acceptance. Donations made to conceive and unborn children may be accepted by those parents who would legally represent them if they were already born. So, pwede rin pala yung mga nasa tiyan pa lang ng parents nila, no? Pwedeng tumanggap yung mga unborn children, ayan. So, donations, conceive pa lang, okay? So, paglabas nila, if they were already born, ayan, who would legally represent them if they were already born. So, sila yung mag-accept. Okay, hindi naman makasign yung mga sanggol dun sa loob ng nila, 'di ba? Sinapupunan, ayan. Okay? So yan lang yung tatandaan natin sa mga donees, okay? Sa mga multiple choices natin, no? Yan lang yung mga given diyan. Okay, what donations shall be void? Ano daw yung mga parang nire-reject na donation or yung mga disqualified, okay? Between spouses, whether direct or indirect, during the marriage. Okay? During. Okay? Except moderate gifts which the spouses may give each other on the occasion of any family rejoicing. Okay? Void siya. Okay? Kung yung donation is between spouses, mag-asawa, wife and husband, whether direct or indirect, during the marriage, okay? Except moderate gifts. So, may exemption tayo. Pwede daw rin moderate gifts which the spouses may give. Kasi mga occasional lang siya like yan, occasion of any family rejoicing. Kumbaga, hindi siya frequent, okay? Na parang umiiwas ka dun sa mga taxes, no? Na palipat-lipat mo lang yung mga properties mo para hindi ka matax. So, ito, may exemption siya, no? Ayan, kung mga moderate gifts, okay. Papaisip ka, sir, ano kaya yung moderate gifts na yan? So, we will check, no, later. Ano yung, niya, definition. Ayan. May note lang dito, yung indirect donation to a spouse are void and include the following donations of a spouse. To a stepchild who has no compulsory heirs, other than the other spouse at the time of the donation. Okay? Stepchild. Take note, ha? Stepchild who has no compulsory heirs other than the other spouse at the time of donation. Number 2, a common child. Okay, puro child, one stepchild. Number 2, common child who has no compulsory. Okay, naalala yung heirs na yun, compulsory, meron secondary, no? Other than the other spouse at the time of the donation. Okay? Then letter C, to the parents of the other spouse. Okay, other spouse meaning, example, second spouse niya, no? Yung first spouse, syempre yan yung spouse talaga. Pag sinabing other spouse, so yan yung siguro second wife, second husband, no? To the other spouse, adopted child in cases when, at the time of donation, the only surviving relatives of the adopted is the adopter spouse, the illegitimate children of the adopted, and the surviving spouse of the adopted. Okay? Daming adopted, ano? Adopted. Ayan. So, letter E, okay? To a common adopted. Ayan, adopted ulit. Child who has no other surviving heirs. So, lahat ng indirect donations, okay, of a spouse ng asawa, papunta dun sa stepchild. So, kumbaga, kung meron kang graph, pababa na kumbaga yung arrow. Kung ito yung wife or yung spouse, tapos nag-donate siya doon sa stepchild, nag-donate siya dito sa common child nila, nag-donate siya sa parents ng other spouse, okay? Parents ng other spouse, paakyat naman, to the other spouse, adopted child, okay? Sa kabilang bakod, no? And to a common adopted child who has no surviving heirs. So, ito yung mga tatandaan natin, like sa mga true or false, no? Ito yung mga void or sa multiple choices, ayan. So, kailangan mo lang mga key terms niyan. Stepchild, compulsory, no compulsory, no? Common child has no compulsory. Yan lang yung tatandaan mo dyan, mga key terms. To the parents of the other spouse, puro other siya. Other spouse, adopted child, ayan. To a common adopted child who has no surviving heirs. So, yan lang. Yan yung mga donation daw under the, ito, number 1, between spouses. Okay, number 2. Actually, 5 yan, ano? Plus 6. Ayan. So, 6. So, number 2, between persons, ayan, living together as husband and wife without a valid marriage. So, kumbaga, wala silang marriage contract. Okay? They are living together. They're, kumbaga, together as yung tawag nila, self nila, husband and wife, pero wala silang valid na marriage. Okay? Or hindi sila kasal under the Article 87 Family Code natin. Okay? Number 3, between persons guilty of concubinage. Ayan. Concubinage or adultery at the time of donation. Okay? Nagiging void din siya. Kasi kumbaga sa civil code natin, hindi sila legal spouse, no? Concubinage and adultery. Ayan. So, between persons found guilty of the same criminal, okay, offense in consideration thereof. So, kung may mga criminal offense, yung persons na yon, okay, so, nagiging void rin yun. It's either dahil nag-commit siya ng crime, okay, or yung property na yon ninakaw, okay. So, different, basta found guilty of the same criminal offense. Ayan. Then number 5, those made to a public officer, okay, mga servants natin, di ba, or his or her spouse, descendants, and ascendants by reason of his or her office. Ayan. So, mga public officer natin, so hindi sila pwedeng tumanggap ng donation, okay, by reason of his or her office. So, by reason, ayan, by reason. Pwede silang actually tumanggap yung office nila, okay? Tumanggap, like for example, yung mayor's office natin, di ba, right now, maraming donation. Okay, pwede silang tumanggap, pero sa office of the mayor, not sa, kumbaga, public officer talaga na dahil siya mayor, or dahil siya yung department head dyan, okay, may hiningi ka, tapos magdo-donate ka ng something, so hindi yun pwede, guys, okay? Ito, those made to a public officer, kumbaga parang directly binibigay mo doon, sa, kumbaga, mga under the table, mga ganon. So, it's part of the invalid or illegal mga donation under the Civil Code. Okay. Number 6, under that, meron tayong 6. Okay? Donations made by persons to those who cannot inherit them. Ayan. Who cannot, nag-donate ka sa taong hindi sila pwedeng magmana. Okay? Hindi sila pwedeng tumanggap ng property na yan. Ano mga yan? Okay? Donations to the priest. Ayan, sa mga pari. Who heard the confession. Eh, di ba? So, siguro may mga backgrounder din yan in the past, ano? May mga nangyari, kaya nailagay dyan. Who heard the confession of the donor during his last illness, or the minister, ayan, who extended spiritual aid to him during the same period. Okay? Hindi sila pwede mag-inherit. Okay? Donations to the priest and to the minister. Okay? Kasi, di ba, before sila, example, during his last illness, di ba, usually may priest dyan, may minister dyan na pupunta. Tapos, hindi pwedeng ma-inherit ng pari or yung pastor, ano, yung, ayan, yung donation maging invalid yan. Okay? Donations to the relative of such priest or minister. So, same din siya within the 4th degree. So, hindi ka man nag-donate dyan sa priest or minister, doon sa mga anak niya, relatives, doon ka nag-donate. So, hindi rin siya. Okay? Made by persons to those who cannot inherit from them. So, hindi pwede magmana, no? Donations to the church, order, chapter, community, organizations, okay? To which such priest and minister, again, A, B, C, related din siya, no? Okay. Letter D, okay, i-group natin. So, ito magkasama yan. ABC, related sa priest and minister. D and E, ayan, letter D, those who made a guardian with respect to donations made by a ward before the final counts of the guardianship have been approved. Except, highlight natin sa except, okay, except when the guardian is the ward, ascendant, descendant, brother, or sister. Ayan. Okay, and letter E, any physician, surgeon, nurse, health officer, or druggist who took care of the donor during his last illness. Okay. Yan yung mga, kumbaga, mga donation. Okay, usually sa mga last hour or last days ng donor, no, before siya namatay. Usually very very, kumbaga, sensitive yung emotion, sensitive yung parang yung mindset niya. So, kumbaga, sa mata ng law, invalid siya kasi parang syempre malapit na siyang mamatay, ano? Tapos mag-donate siya. So, sabi ng law, yan, hindi pwede mag-inherit. Okay? Okay. Donation of movables. Okay? So, hopefully clear yung first part, ano? So, this time, punta tayo sa donation of movables, yung pwedeng magalaw. Okay? And sa baba dyan, actually, donation of immovables. Okay? Donation may be oral or in writing. Okay? Ayan, dalawa lang. Donation may be oral or in writing. Number 2, acceptance may be oral, in writing, or tacit. Okay. If orally made, it requires, dapat daw, nire-require siya the simultaneous delivery of the thing or document representing the right donated. Okay? If orally made daw, yung condition dyan is dapat, okay, simultaneous yung delivery. Ma-deliver siya agad. After na sinabi, ito, i-donate ko. Okay, dapat may simultaneous delivery. Okay? Or the document representing the right donated. Okay? Or kung hindi man ma-deliver yung item, dapat yung document ma-deliver doon sa donee. Okay? To be valid, no? Okay. If in writing, it does not require simultaneous delivery. So, kung in writing, automatic, kumbaga, no need na may simultaneous. Kumbaga, yung legal document na yun, okay na yun. Okay, sa mata ng law. Okay? Acceptance. So, kanina, pag-donate. So, kumbaga, yung donors sabihin, ito, dinodonate ko yung sasakyan ko sa butihing estudyante. Ayan. Yung naka-perfect sa finals ko, ibibigay ko na lang yung susi ng aking sasakyan kasi nag-perform siya well. Okay? So, dapat daw kung orally made, dapat may simultaneous na delivery. Or else, option 2, kung wala ang delivery agad, kasi yung property nasa Negros pa or nasa Manila, so, document lang muna. Okay? Yung acceptance naman, pwedeng orally, nag-agree ka, sige, okay, through phone call, no? Or in writing, ayan, through email, or kung may document ka talaga, or in tacit. Okay. Tanungin natin si Safari. Si Tito Safari. Ano meaning ng tacit? Tacit daw, okay, understood or implied without being stated. Ay, may ganun pala. Sabihin na, sige, tayo na. Ano ba yun? Tacit or implied lang. Okay? Dapat in oral, sasabi kang I do. Okay? Or in writing, ayan, mag-text ka na lang, kayo na. Or in tacit, parang implied. Okay? So, yung acceptance pala, pwedeng implied yung acceptance. Okay? If value of the movable does not exceed 5,000, no? The donation may be oral or in writing. And the acceptance may be oral, in writing, or tacit. Kung yung value niya is, tandaan natin, 5,000 and below. Okay? More than that, the donation and the acceptance must be writing. So, requirement pala siya. Okay? Must be in writing kung 5,000 up. More than 5,000. In writing, otherwise the donation is void. Okay? Without such writing, the donation would be void even if there is simultaneous delivery. Okay? Nagsusupersede talaga yung in writing kaysa dun sa simultaneous delivery. No? Mas okay pa nga may document na, no? Kahit wala pa yung delivery. So, yan. So, acceptance may be oral, in writing, or in tacit, or implied. Okay? So, yung ceiling dyan does not exceed 5,000. Okay lang na. Oral, or in writing, or tacit, or implied. Pero more than that, no? Exceeds 5,000. So, dapat in writing talaga. Okay, donation of immovables, yung hindi mo pwedeng i-deliver, yung i-donate mo. Donation must be in writing and in public instrument. So, public instrument meaning, dapat notarize siya. Okay? Dapat notarize. Acceptance may be made in the same deed of donation or in a separate public instrument. Okay? The acceptance must be done during the lifetime of the donor, and the latter must be notified of the acceptance. Okay, parang, kasi, syempre, usually immovables, mga real property na yan, no? Hindi mo pwedeng galawin. So, dapat notarize talaga siya, and yung acceptance, dapat, must be done during the lifetime, habang buhay pa yung donor, or else, magiging estate na yun. Or else, magiging void donation na siya. Hindi na siya donation. And the latter must be notified of the acceptance. The latter meaning yung donor. Okay, the latter. The donor must be notified na ina-accept mo talaga as a donee na okay na donor. Sige, ina-accept ko yung offer mo na donation. Okay? Dapat may notification. Okay, ano pa yung other transactions subject to donor's tax? So, yung taas na yun yung generic, no? Na mga considerations, okay, requisites, theory behind it. So, other than that, meron pang other transactions, okay, na subject to donor's tax. Number 1 dyan, transfers for insufficient consideration. Okay? Kasi sabi, di ba, without any consideration. Yung definition ng donation, di ba? Wala siyang consideration. Ito pala, pwedeng may consideration, pero insufficient. Okay? Yung requisites dyan, 3, no? A, B, C. Okay? The property transferred is real or personal property except real property classified as capital asset referred to Section 24D of the Tax Code. Ano yung mga capital asset na yun? No? Hindi siya part ng ordinary asset. Okay? Depende siya sa nag-donate. Okay? Kung hindi siya part ng commonly sold na mga items, like for example, real estate siya, no? Real property classified as capital asset referred to in Section 24. I think na-discuss din natin to usually doon sa first part ng business taxation natin, no? Yung mga capital asset versus yung mga ordinary asset. So, hindi siya daw subject sa donor's tax. Okay? Kasi to be considered dito sa number 1, dapat ito yung requirement, di ba? So, part ng requirement doon, pag hindi except real property, automatic, different taxation yung gagamitin. The transfer is for less than a full price. Okay, the transfer is for less than a full price. And also, the transfer is in inter vivos. So, ano yung requisites doon, di ba? Balikan yung nasa taas or sa handouts natin, sa book. Ano yung mga inter vivos? So, kumaga, a gratuitous transfer. Baga, okay lang, sige, donate ko na yan. Worth, 1 million yung car. So, brand new pa. So, bigyan mo lang ako ng less than 50,000. Sa'yo na yan. Okay, hindi siya doon equal. Okay? May consideration, pero parang bigay na lang yung value niya. Or, sige, binili ko yan ng 1 million cash yung car. So, bigay ko na lang sa'yo. Just give me 100,000 pangbayad ng ng amortization sa bangko. Okay? Or pambayad ko lang doon sa sa utang ko sa friend ko, 'di ba? So ganyan lang yung niya, insufficient consideration to prevent escape. So, yan yung purpose niya. To prevent escape from the income tax by accepting a lower price for the property. Okay? Minsan kasi ginagamit rin itong escape, no, ng mga taxpayers. Ayan, lower price, 'di ba? Na-accept nila yung lower price, okay, for the property. Yun pala, may pinag-usapan din silang parang under the table or mga beyond sa mga legal transactions natin. So, ito yung purpose niya. Okay? Tinatax siya. Part siya ng donor's tax. Okay? Tax consequence, ayan. Gift, subject to donor's tax, and income, subject to income tax. So, yung fair market value of the property transferred, ayan, lakihan lang natin. Oops. Ayan. So, fair market value transferred, okay, less price or consideration received. Yan yung gift, yung difference niya. Sa income naman, price or consideration received, okay, less yung cost. So, kumbaga, umiiwas dyan yung yung mga taxpayer minsan gagawing donation, tapos yun pala yung value niya, sobrang liit. Tapos, para lang makaiwas dun sa taxation na babayaran. Okay? In transfer for the insufficient consideration in the sale of domestic, ito naman. So, special cases to, no? Starting this, yung mga shares of stocks. Okay, highlight natin. Sale of domestic shares of stock. Hindi siya yung sale of mga international, no? So, domestic siya. Okay, fair market value. Okay, fair market value of stock sold, bartered, or exchanged shall be as follows. If the shares are listed but are sold, bartered, or exchanged outside, yan. So kung outside daw siya, highlight ko lang, outside with the local stock exchange. So kung outside, ayan, nabubulo naman tayo guys. So, midnight crisis. Okay. Ayan. Pag local stock exchange daw, the fair market value shall be letter A. Okay. Closing price on the day the shares are sold. So, on the day siya. Or, the closing, lagay natin ng space, the closing price on the day nearest, okay, to the date of sale, barter, or exchange if there is no sale transaction. So, kung walang sale, dito kasi may sale sa taas, di ba? Pag wala siyang sales transaction of the shares in the local stock exchange on the day it was sold, barter, or exchange. So, yeah. Number 2, if the shares are not listed, okay? Hindi siya listed doon sa local stock exchange. The fair market value shall be determined using the adjusted net asset value method. So, kumbaga yung sa book natin, I think may mga exercises dyan. Pero, I will provide some comprehensive computation, no? Para mas clear. So, this time parang ano lang siya, theory, overview about donation and donors tax. So, in such method, all assets and liabilities are adjusted. Ina-adjust siya, okay, to fair market values. The net, okay, the net, lagyan natin yung space. Ayan. The net adjusted asset minus the adjusted liability values is the value of the equity. So, kumbaga, asset less liability, equity siya, di ba? For real properties, the fair market value shall be the highest. Okay, zonal value, assessor's value, or the independent appraiser's value. Okay, may exemption lang siya. Ayan. When the sale or exchange is bona fide or at arm's length and free from any donative intent, the same will be considered as made for an adequate and full consideration in money or money's worth. In such cases, there is no sufficient consideration and therefore no gift. Okay? Kung sufficient yung consideration niya, parang estate taxation din yan eh. No, naalala nyo yung ganito, bona fide sale siya. So, hindi siya subject sa estate tax. Hindi rin siya subject sa gift tax or donation tax. Doon siya subject sa mga regular tax on sale, no? Okay. Condonation or remission of debt. Kumbaga, pinatawad, no? Pinatawad yung utang. Okay? O sabi, sige, sa'yo na lang yung utang na yun. 1 million, sa'yo na lang. Kasi madami naman akong pera, no? So, condonation or remission of debt. Where the debtor did not render any service in favor of the creditor. Okay? Gross gift. And gross gift depends upon the citizenship and or residence of the donor. So, depende pala kung ano yung citizenship, no, ng donor. Okay? Depende siya dito. Okay. So, ano daw ibig sabihin ng table natin? Ito. Donor is citizen, resident alien, and non-resident alien. So, ito mga denote niya. Property, real property, tangible personal property, and intangible personal property. Okay. Ayan. Yung mga may smiley, okay yan. Check yan. So, lahat, no? Sa citizen, lahat is subject to yung gross gift na yun, mai-include doon sa computation ng donor's tax, no? Kung citizen. Dito lang nagkakaiba siya sa resident alien and non-resident alien. Okay? Same din sa estate taxation natin. Etong reciprocity rule is sa NRA or non-resident alien, no? Meron tayo diyang explanation. Okay, resident alien, ito may tatlong X outside the without or outside the Philippines, no? Outside the country, ito outside rin, yung tangible, lahat may condition siya, no, yung mga outside. Okay. Ayan. So, explain natin. So, ano yung ibig sabihin niyan? Yeah. Oops, na-insert lang yung line. Try natin i-adjust. Wait lang guys ha. I think medyo ma-art siya. Enter na lang natin sa next slide. Ayan. Okay. Pag intangible personal property daw, kita nyo sa table. Intangible personal property. Itong last column, no? Intangible personal property means incorporeal property which do not have any physical form, okay, but represent rights and privileges. Examples, mga bank deposits, trademarks, shares of stocks, okay? Parang review lang din siya ng estate taxation, ano? Okay. Intangible asset, tapos yung situs, okay? So, same din siya. Same concept dun sa estate tax. Kasi, etong part ng transfer taxation. No? Same din. Walang pinakaiba dyan. But I think yung difference lang, yung percentage, no? Can you check, guys, sa, sa notes nyo? Yung 85%, I think parang the same din siya dun sa estate tax. Okay. Yeah, you just have to parang familiarize mo lang yung self mo, saan yung situs. Same din dun sa, kumbaga parang kung nag-aaral ka ng donor's tax or taxation doon sa donations, parang inaaral mo na rin yung estate tax. Okay? Kasi yung kinaiba lang dyan, yung donor, okay, and donee, dapat both sila buhay. So kung patay yung nag-donate, syempre, na siya, donation mortis causa na. So, pero by substance, same lang din sila. Okay? Almost the same. Okay? It's just that yung other party, na siya, patay. Hindi said dead. Okay? Gross gift of husband and wife. So yung husband and wife, pwede sila mag-donate. Okay? The conjugal or community properties, each spouse shall be considered a separate donor. Okay? Separate example, yung mag-asawa nag-donate sa inaanak nila na wedding house and lot. So, since common or conjugal property yung dinonate, divide sila sa two. Okay? Yung husband and yung wife. One half of the conjugal property donated being a gift of the husband and the other half that of the wife. So, separate exclusive property owned by only one spouse. So, depende sa kanila kung personal property ng husband, personal property ng or exclusive property ng wife. So, depende siya. Okay? Ano yung valuation ng gifts? So, same din dun sa valuation ng estate, no? Same din siya. So, yan. Kung real property, fair market value, halos lahat fair market value, no? Yan. Whichever is higher. Same din dun sa pinag-usapan natin before sa previous module about this property and the valuation na group. Okay? In determining the book value, ayan, may naka-asterisk dito. Common shares, book value. Okay? Appraisal surplus and the value assigned to the two preferred shares shall not be considered. So, hindi siya kasama doon. Mga common shares lang. Okay? Ayan. So, ano yung mga exemptions or sinasabi, hindi kasama dun sa gross gift? Diba? Meron tayong topic before, gross estate. Ngayon, may gross gift naman. Okay? Pero, yung mindset natin dapat, guys, same din siya. Almost the same dun sa estate tax. So, exclusions, almost the same din yung exclusions dun sa gross estate. No? Number one, pag national government, okay, or any political subdivision. So, hindi yan kasama doon sa gross gift. Okay, hindi yan tinatax. Gifts made to education. national or to any political subdivision, the national, okay, government or to any entity created by the government which is not conducted for profit. Okay? Letter B, gifts made to educational, charitable, religious, cultural, social, welfare, institution, NGOs, trusts, ayan, mga orgs, no? Institutions, mga research. Provided, ayan. So, dapat itong criteria na to, ma-comply din siya. Provided, the non-profit institution is a non-stock entity that pays no dividends. Kumbaga, yung institution na yon, hindi yun na-create to earn income, no? Huge income or para mag-share sa dividends, okay? Is governed by trustees who do not receive any compensation. Parang mga donation lang talaga. Okay, hindi sila, part sila ng mga board of trustees. Tapos, wala rin silang sweldo. Okay? Yan dapat yung nature ng NGO or yung mga organization. Or else, magiging taxable siya or magiging part siya ng gross gift. Okay? Not more than 30%, okay, of the gifts shall be used for admin purposes. So, kumbaga, not more than, hindi siya 30%. Kung magsobra ka dyan, ginamit mo dun sa pagpapasweldo, no? Mag-earn sila ng mga admin purposes. So, hindi niya siya kasama dun sa gross gift. The non-profit institution must be accredited. Yeah. Accredited and designated by accrediting government agency and registered with BIR. So, yan pala yung yung provisions para maging yung mga NGO na yon, di ba? Enumerate all NGOs, accredited NGOs, institution. Pero yung tatlong criteria na to, dapat kasama siya na i-comply, no? Yan. So, lagyan lang natin ng space. Okay? Yan. Okay. Ano pa? Ano pa yung mga exemptions from gross gift? C, letter D, okay? 4, no? Number 1, balikan lang natin, gifts made to the national government, okay? So, mga donations pala, exempted siya sa national, exempted siya dun sa tax, no? Okay? Gifts sa educational, charitable, religious, or cultural, ayan, mga institution, NGO, so, exempted din siya. And letter C, campaign contributions in cash or in kind to any candidate which are duly reported to the COMELEC. Okay? Di ba pag may election, madaming donated by ganitong company, donated by Juan de la Cruz, okay? Donated by, di ba, kung sino man nag-donate, okay? Ma-i-include siya doon sa exclusions or mga exemptions, no? Hindi siya itatax as long as ni-report mo siya sa COMELEC. Okay? However, donations made by corporation in violation, okay, pag nag-violate ka dyan sa corporation code, are subject to donor's tax and may not be deducted by the donor corporation. So, may exemption siya kung may violation. Kung wala namang violation doon sa Section 36 of the Corporation Code, wala ring problem. Okay? Magiging exempted siya doon sa donor's tax. Okay. Ano pa? Other donations which are exempted from the donor's tax under special laws. So, kumbaga may mga special laws tayo. Like for example, ito, donation made for the operation of dual training system under RA number 7686. So, nakastate talaga siya ang special laws. No? Donations of co-ops to duly accredited charitable, research, and educational institutions. So, kumbaga yung mga co-ops, pag nag-donate sila sa mga ganitong institution, exempted din siya sa tax. Donation of lands certified by the LGU to have been donated for socialized housing. So, dapat nakastate talaga for socialized housing siya. Donation to the Philippine Red Cross. Okay, donations to state universities and colleges. So, yan yung mga exempted from donor's tax under special laws. Okay? Ano naman yung mga kumbaga yung sa taas kanina, overview ng gross gift. Same din sa estate tax, mayroong mga deductions. Dito, deductions from gross gift. Ano yung mga pwedeng i-deduct doon sa gross gift pag nagko-compute tayo? Okay? Mortgage or encumbrance on the property which obligation is assumed by donee. Okay? Nag-donate yung donor, no? Donate siya ng house and lot. Okay? 1 million. Ngayon, may mortgage na remaining na like, $500,000. Tapos, i-assume ni donee. Ngayon, yung itatax doon, okay, ima-minus, di ba, gross gift, 1 million. Ima-minus niya yun, yung remaining encumbrance, okay, or mortgage. Yung in-assume ng donee. So, less 500,000. Yung net gift niya na isa-subject dun sa tawag dito, gift tax or donation tax, no? Yung net na lang. So, ganyan lang. Those specifically provided by the donor as a diminution of the property donated. Diminution, di ba? From the word minus or diminish or binawas ng donor talaga. Nakalagay doon na, sige, magdo-donate ako ng house and lot, tapos ito yung mga exclusions or mga diminution. So, kung stated talaga ng donor, ito yung ma-minus. So, i-minus mo rin siya sa gross gift. So, paano tayo mag-compute, no? Overview lang ng computation ng donor's tax. Sobrang dali lang to, guys. Estate tax and donor's tax. One of my favorite topics sa taxation, ano? Kasi sobrang dali niya lang. Okay? Pagdating sa CPA board, usually, maximum siguro 5 or 6 questions lang naman from this topic, no? Sa business law and taxation. Yan. Beginning January 1, 2018, the tax shall be 6%. So, kung mayroon kayong reviewer na before 2018, mga 2017, mga old reviewers, so it's good na bumili kayo ng latest version ng mga reviewer. Anyway, yung libro natin, 2019 naman, di ba? So, latest naman siya. So, yeah, we will provide some solutions or comprehensive example on this, no? And so, yung tatandaan lang natin, donor's tax is starting 2018, 6%. Okay? Computed on the basis of total gifts in excess of 250,000 made during the calendar year. So, I think nakita nyo na before yung income tax table natin, ano? So, nakita nyo dan, I think parang yung train law kasi comprehensive, inayos talaga yung from all types of taxes. Ngayon, yung 250 na yan din yung bracket na ginagamit. Pag yung annual income ng, di ba? Naalala nyo sa income taxation? Pag yung annual income niya is hindi nag-exceed ng 250,000, wala siyang tax na babayaran. Okay? Exempt siya. So, same din dito. No? So, madali lang siyang i-memorize. So, 250,000. So, yan din yung sa income tax natin. Okay? The computation of the donor's tax is on cumulative basis over a period of 1 year or 1 calendar year. Yung calendar daw, ayan, Revenue Regulation Number 12/2018 based on sa BIR regulation. The computation and cumulative, okay, from January 1 to December 31. Okay? The donors or gift tax is computed on the net gift. Hindi siya doon sa gross gift, kundi yung sa net. So, nakaless yung deduction dyan of the first donation, kung kailan siya dinonate first. Okay? Hindi siya second donation, hindi rin siya third donation, first siya. Okay? In case there are subsequent donation in the same calendar year, the tax is computed on a cumulative basis. Example, the prior gross gift in the same calendar year are added. So, ina-add mo lang. Example, January, nag-donate siya in dollar. On March, nag-donate siya ulit. So, i-combine mo yun. Cumulative, yung tawag doon. So, example, yung December, donate siya ulit kasi sobrang dami ng properties niya. So, kukumputin din yun. I-add. Okay? I-accumulate siya. So, the total, ayan, total gross gifts. The total exemptions or deductions shall be subtracted rather. Okay? From the total gross gifts, the donor's tax shall be based on the total net gifts. Yan. So, times, pag na-compute mo na lahat, gross gifts, tapos less yung deductions, so net gift, multiply mo yung 6%, pero less mo muna yung exempted, okay? Exemption na 250,000. Tapos, multiply mo ng 6%. Okay? Ayan. First donation during the year. So, ito yung computation. Gross gift less deduction, net. Kung nakuha mo yung net times 6%. Yan yung sa first donation. Okay? In the same year, pag nag-donate siya ulit, okay, gross gift, meron pa siyang prior gift, i-add mo yung prior gift niya. Gross gift, so technically yan lang yung concept, no? Gift tax, okay? 6% based dito sa net gift. Tapos less mo yung gift tax on prior net gifts na binayaran. Okay? Yan lang. Tapos pag nag-annualize ka, sabi kasi computed on the basis of the total gifts in excess of 250,000 made through the calendar year. So, pag nag-compute ka ng annual return, so ima-minus mo na dyan ng 250,000 na exempted na gift. Okay? Excuse me. Credit for foreign donors taxes paid. Credit meaning pwede mo i-minus doon sa net. Parang gift tax payable mo. Available only to resident donors, citizens or resident alien. Nagre-reside siya, resident citizen or resident alien. Okay, subject to limit. So, yung limit niya, madali lang, A or B, no? Net gifts per foreign country, i-divide mo lang siya sa total net gifts, no? Times mo sa Philippine donors tax. How much? 6%, di ba? Yan. Yung kinaiba lang dyan, all net gifts. Rules, if there is only one foreign country, only limit A is used. Okay? Ito yung limits. If there are more than two, no? More than two, equal or more than two foreign countries, use both limits. So, yeah. So, ito, formula, actually, nasa book rin natin to. Formula is donor's tax, ayan. Lower, either ng dalawa, i-plus mo, diba? Lower. Tapos, i-divide mo siya sa sum of donor's taxes paid in countries 1 and 2. Ayan. So, limit B. So, whichever is lower. Siyempre, pipili ng BIR yung limit ng donation, whichever is lower. Okay? Mas ma-appreciate mo yan, guys, dun sa mga isa-send ko na PDF file ng mga comprehensive computation on the donor's tax. Pero madali lang siya by concept. Sobrang dali niya. Okay? Sige. Next part na almost done na tayo. Okay? This is one of the shortest lecture din natin. Okay? Overview ng introduction doon sa donation and yung donor's tax. Okay? Ayan. Donor's tax return. Pag nagpa-file tayo kay BIR, ito, donor's tax return. Who files? So, an individual who makes any transfer by gift. So, kung ikaw nag-donate daw, ikaw mag-file ng return. Yung donor's tax return. Okay? Note. And may apat tayong note dito. No return is required if the transfer is exempt. Okay? Hindi na kailangan ng return, okay? Or yung donor's tax return kung exempt naman yung exempt yung transaction nyo sa donor's tax, like donation to the national government. So, hindi mo na kailangan mag-file ng donor's tax return. Okay. Yan. A separate return shall be filed by each donor for each gift or donation made on different dates during the year. So, kung nag-donate ka ng January, gawa ng tax return. Pag nag-donate ka ng June, dapat gagawa ka rin ng separate tax return. Okay? Only one return shall be filed for several gifts. Tama ba? A separate return shall be filed by each donor for each gift or donation made on different dates. Any previous gifts made in the same calendar year shall be reflected in each return. So, kumbaga, yung second donation mo, magre-reflect din dun yung previous donation mo eh. No? Only one return shall be filed for several gifts or donation by a donor made on the same date. Okay? Madami kang dinonate na item, pero same date lang siya. One return lang yung gagamitin. If the gift or donation involves conjugal, yan, property, each spouse shall file a separate, okay? Tandaan guys ha, separate return corresponding to his or her respective share, okay? This rule shall likewise apply in the case of co-ownership over the property being donated. So, kung magkano yung share niya, not only dun sa spouse, no? Kung, example, yung may co-owner ka, magkapatid kayo, tapos co-owner kayo ng property na i-donate. So, i-divide din siya dun based on the share. Okay, time of filing. Within 30 days from the date of gift is made. Time of payment at the time of filing the return, syempre. So, kung ano ka ng gift, no? Like for example, ano ngayon? August. So, dapat at the end of the month, no? Cut-off mo is 31. Magfa-file ka kay BIR within 30 days. Kaya nag-donate ka today. What day is today, no? 5 or 6. So, plus ka ng 30 days from the date of gift, diba? Of the gift is made. Okay? Saan ka daw magfa-file? If donor is resident donor, dun ka dun sa mga authorized bank, IDO, collection officer, ayan. If donor is non-resident, okay? With the Philippine Embassy or consulate in the country where he is domiciled at the time of transfer or directly with the office of the commissioner. So, whichever is available, no? And contents of donor's tax return. Ano yung contents niya? Siyempre, yung gift made during the calendar year, deduction, claim, and allowable. Any previous net gifts made during the calendar year, the name of the donee, such further information may be required. Ayan. And last slide natin before we end this class. Notice of donation. Kasi sabi kanina yung requisites, di ba? Dapat alam ng donor na in-accept ng donee. Okay? Yung property, personal man or real, no? In order to be exempt. Okay? Para daw ma-exempt sa donor's tax. And to claim full deduction of the donation given to qualified donor institution, the donor engaged in business shall give notice of donation, okay, on every donation worth 50,000 and to the RDO which has jurisdiction. So, yung donor na yun, siya yung mag-inform dun sa RDO or dun sa BIR, okay? The aforementioned notice shall be given to RDO within 30 days after the receipt of the donees. And dapat daw yung donee naman sa part niya, duly issued certificate of donation. Okay, yung donee, okay, mag-fill up siya ng BIR Form 2322, okay, certificate of donation. siya mag-i-issue doon sa donor. Okay? The same certificate shall be attached to the notice of donation and shall state that not more than 30% of the donation. And dapat nakalagay talaga doon, not more than 30% of the donation of the taxable year shall be used by such accredited non-stock, non-profit, NGO donee institution for admin. Okay? Naalala niyo yun? Okay? Pag ginamit daw siya more than 30% ng portion na dinonate for admin purposes, pag nakita ng BIR yun, magiging void yung donation. Yan, based on tax code natin. Okay? As I promised guys, yung computations natin, I think we're done with this introduction and donors tax. Yung mga further computations natin, I will give you some materials, no? Ayan, so we're done with this presentation and we're back here sa video natin, recording. So guys, lang, I think there's no goodbye. We will continue to see each other. Hopefully, he will continue to consume our video here in YouTube. And let me know sa comment section what video or what content you want me to produce, how to pass CPA board, or if you have questions about your other subject, siguro makatulong din tayo in some way. Okay? Or sometimes siguro super burnout ka na or super drained ka na sa studies mo. Let me know guys. I will be true to what I said sa inyo before, that I will be your kuya, kuya CPA or whatever, kuya Elvy, na ano pwedeng matulong natin through this online community. I know it's hard na merong COVID-19, challenging yung online education, pero I just want to assure you that whatever you're going through, through this season of online learning, I know makakaya mo. Okay, it will be your competitive advantage. Okay, don't just think about those mga parang negative side of this online learning. Look at a different perspective. Doon ka tumingin sa mga brighter sides naman. Ano yung mga naging positive impact sa'yo? Ano nang nangyari sa life mo, This is our last session dito sa YouTube Premiere Live. And hopefully kung may time ka tayo, very quick Zoom meeting or just siguro 10 to 15 minutes just to wrap up everything, wrap up everything na na-discuss natin. Or if you have questions or clarification, let me know sa Messenger. Na-appreciate ko guys, sobrang thankful ako, interested rin pala kayo sa taxation. Just PM me, just shoot some message, mas ma-appreciate ko siya. And I would like to thank you guys in supporting not only this program ng CPU, and siguro supporting each other through this season. I know it's hard guys, but we don't stop, until we don't stop until we reach ang goal natin, goal 1, goal 2, reach natin yung goal na to at makagraduate tayo ng accountancy sa CPU, malampasan natin yung qualifying exam, yung cut-offs natin, yung mga pre-board exam natin, and especially yung CPA board. Okay? Very short na lang, siguro inspiration about my undergrad process, as what I've said before. Kumbaga, don't forget to enjoy what you have right now. Don't wag kang maghanap ng mga things na wala sa iyo ngayon. Okay? Kung may libro ka, may pambili yung parents mo ng allowance mo or pambili ng wifi, internet, alam ko mahirap siguro sa mga during sa mga rainy season, okay, may bagyo, wala tayong Zoom class, wala tayong yung iba sa inyo nagpapaalam, sir, hindi ako makaka-join sa YouTube live kasi may pupuntahan, okay, may dinner, or yeah, I'm so thankful din sa technology natin, no, na we could record this class, no, kahit wala nang edit, dire-diretso lang yung discussion natin, and sometimes medyo boring na kasi super daming theories, but guys, saludo ako sa inyo because you've done your own part, you studied well, and hopefully lahat kayo makakuha ng 1.0 sa final exam. And don't get discouraged. So after the final exam, hopefully kung may mga reviewers ako dito, I will send again sa inyo na pwede nyo magamit siguro sa qualifying exam. I don't know kung sino gagawa ng ng qualifying exam sa business law and taxation, but yeah, kung ano pwedeng tulong just to inspire you, just to kumbaga yan yung purpose why we created this channel, no, just want to empower you, to motivate you, and to inspire you in everything that you do. So yan yung goal ko, okay. At the same time, we're all Christians naman here, na you will get to know more God, okay, through His Word, through being an inspiration sa inyong lahat, okay. So yeah, kahit walang kahit it's too much na effort, so kahit wala nang sweldo, pero okay lang para yan lang yung natin purpose in life, to help each other. Saan man kayo dumating, one day magiging successful accountant kayo, siguro yung iba sa inyo maging entrepreneur, businessman, at nagtatrabaho sa abroad, no? Don't forget those mga basic natin, principles na napag-usapan. Okay? Guys, before I end, I just want to challenge one last time for those siguro Christian na for a long time but hindi pa sure kung if tonight or tomorrow pauwiin na siya ni Lord or tayo, we don't know, no, kung last day na ba natin or next years to come. Okay, are you sure ba na diretso ka sa langit or sa hell? So heaven and hell, no. If hindi ka sure or you just want to recommit your life to Christ, I just want to give you one short prayer lang. You can follow this, okay? Voluntary lang, hindi naman required, If gusto mo mag-recommit ng life mo kay God, you can follow this short prayer lang. Okay? Let's start. Heavenly Father, I know that I am a sinner. Okay? I know, Lord, that I commit sins. And I am so sorry. Lord, I accept your Son, Jesus, who died on that cross for my sins. And I receive the gift of salvation. In the name of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Amen. Okay, guys? I think, I believe in my heart that if you pray that short prayer lang, I believe that you receive Jesus in your life. You have a new relationship kay God. Okay? So get a mentor, get a spiritual leader na mag-guide sa'yo through life. I know COVID-19, no, yung season na to is very hard. We need to have that strong spiritual support system, strong mag-i-inspire sa atin sa mind, yung heart natin, okay, yung soul natin. So get a church, no? I will link below yung YouTube natin, yung mentor ko personally, and yung at the same time yung church namin local here sa Iloilo, okay? If you want online church naman, I will link below yung pwede niyong puntahan that could cater kung sino man yung ano man yung need nyo these days, okay? So guys, let's have that peace of mind, okay? I think that's it. Yan lang yung maiiwan ko sa last session natin. And yeah, I'm so sad. At the same time, I'm happy na naging part ako ng journey nyo. And I don't know kung kailan tayo ulit magkikita. Hopefully, I don't know kung maging student ako ulit in the near future, no? Yeah, let's ask always kung anong will ni God sa life natin. It's the same thing din sa studies natin. Don't forget to pray, okay? And ask God to give you wisdom. Sabi sa Bible, if you lack wisdom, okay, God will help you to get through that, okay? God is our provider, our healer, okay? He is everything that we need. And I pray that you will have your own personal journey. Na-survive ko yung CPA board, na-survive ko yung accountancy program ng CPU because of Him, okay? And I acknowledge Him. He is the number one reason why I am speaking to you right now. And I just want to inspire you guys to live life with God every day. And yeah, just keep on, kumbaga yung posture ng heart natin, dapat humble tayo always in front of God. Humble in terms of how we deal with people, how we talk. Okay? Just be open to Him and be transparent. I know God will help us to get through that. Okay? So medyo pababa na yung tono ko kasi syempre, siguro at the same time parang emotional ka, no, na mag-e-end na yung class natin. But yeah, hopefully you will do well in your other subjects, no guys? Sa integrated accounting ba yung tawag doon? Sa IT, ayan. So yeah, God bless you guys and I will see you soon. I love you. And yeah, don't forget to message me. Okay, don't forget to check on this channel. We will produce more videos hopefully in the near future. So yeah guys, goodbye and see you again. Bye.